Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. And welcome to the Tech Show, TechByte here on Salam Media. It is just gone 4 minutes past 7 o'clock on this cold Sunday evening. My name is Faizel Patel. Inshallah, I will be in your company until about 25 past 7 this evening. Let us take this opportunity to welcome all those listening to us on the various platforms of Salam Media. That's on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube as well. Remember, you can interact with me by sending me a tweet on at Faizel Patel 143. I'm also on Facebook.com/Faizel Patel. I'm also on Instagram at Faizel Patel 143. And no doubt, I'm also on YouTube, where I recently put up a new video with regards to a review that I've done on a particular device. That is the Huawei P50 Pocket Premium. So go to the YouTube channel at Faizel Patel, check out that video and hit the like button and also subscribe. Now, we do have a pack show this evening. There was a launch last week of Samsung's new foldables. We spoke about that last week as well. And Thursday was the launch. It was a glamour-packed event at the Leonardo Hotel in Sandton. It was on the 47th floor, and I tweeted some pictures. Absolutely breathtaking views and also absolutely breathtaking devices that Samsung launched. Now, the launch that I went to was obviously the global launch, but it was live streamed by Samsung to various parts of the world, including South Africa, and Samsung South Africa actually hosted us at the Leonardo Hotel in Sandton. So absolutely stunning. Now, at that particular event, I did speak to Zahir Kaji. He is the product development manager at Samsung. We're going to be playing for that interview for you in just a short while. But let's speak about the launch, because one of the devices that I do have in my possession, which I'm using on a continuous basis, is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful device. It really helps me in the work that I do as a journalist. I know when I went for my interview for The Citizen, I was sitting in the car because I was a little bit early and the story had just broken. That's about something about Zuma, I can't remember, and I never have my iPad and my laptop with me, and I managed to write the whole story, publish it, tweet it, do everything I needed to do on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So a wonderful device. It's like a tablet in your pocket. Really, really wonderful device. It is pricey, no doubt, but if you are a businessman or if you are a shop owner or you're somebody that uses a computer or a tablet, then this could be the device for you. Now, the new one has been launched. It is a wonderful device. I played around with it. It is thinner, it is shorter, and the price remains the same. It also got a better camera. Now, if you've got a Samsung S22 Ultra, it's got that particular camera system. Now, Samsung also did launch the Galaxy Z Flip 4 rather, and that was also launched. My nephews actually got one. Similar features to last year's, just slightly thinner and obviously a little bit bigger battery life. So that's basically the difference. Price-wise, everything, inshallah, I will share with you in just a minute or so. So a wonderful device. They also launched the Galaxy Watch 5. I did get a question from some people on Twitter whether some of these services will be available in South Africa. That's the SPO2 and also the ECG and some other features. According to Samsung, those features will be coming in a software upgrade around October sometime. And they also launched the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, which is absolutely wonderful device. So let's speak a little bit about the devices before we go for the interview. So as I mentioned, they are a tech giant. Samsung has unveiled the next generation of Samsung Galaxy foldable devices. It's called the Z Fold 4. The Z Fold 4 and the Z Flip 4 in what President and CEO of Samsung Africa, Bam Suk Hong, described as an evolutionary step. That's what they call it. So the Galaxy Z Flip 4 and Z Fold 4 were unveiled during Samsung's Unpacked event on Wednesday. That was a global event. And then Dr. T.M. Rowe, he is the president, head of mobile experience business at Samsung Electronics, says Galaxy foldables are built on the foundation of the openness philosophy, enabling new possibilities with complete customization, both inside and out. So if you want to read that story and have a look at that launch, you can go to the Citizens website at citizen.co.za and search for Samsung. So let's come on to prices and that kind of stuff. Zahir will also tell you more. That Zahir Kaji, I had an interview with him. The Z Fold 4 will be available in 256, 512 and 1 terabyte and retail with a starting price of at around 37,999 rand. So you can see very, very expensive. These phones are subsidized, right? When I'm saying subsidized, that means you can take it on contract, but they really come with bad contracts. And in the South African pre-orders for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 opened Wednesday night last week, and 10 August with general availability starting on the 1st of September. So if you do want to order it, then that's when it will be available. Let's go on to the Galaxy Z Flip 4. This one tends to be more popular among the youngsters and among those that want a foldable device if they don't want the Galaxy Z Fold 4 because it is much bigger. My nephew really enjoys it. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Really looks nice, really fits in the pocket, easy and compact to use as well. The Z Flip 4 has a lot of refinements such as slimmer, lighter hinge and flatter edges. I actually played around with it. You can check out my Twitter handle. Now, Samsung says the Galaxy Z Flip 4 enhances users' favorite features, making it the ultimate tool for self-expression. Now, I know the youngsters will like this. You'll enjoy it. Gaming, whatever you need to do, wonderful device. And basically what Samsung said, its compact clamshell design offers unique experiences so you can shoot hands-free videos or capture full group selfies at various angles by partially folding Z Flip 4 to activate Flex Cam. That's a new feature they got thanks to Samsung's partnership with Meta. Now, for those that don't know what Meta or who Meta is, that's the new name for Facebook. FlexCam is optimized by popular social platforms including Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook. Now, while the Flip 4 stays with its 12 megapixel by 12 megapixel rear camera combo, Samsung promised the main sensor will allow to capture 65% brighter photos, improving low light performance. Coming on to price and availability, this one will sell for around 21,999 Rand. It is available in 128, 256, and 512. And pre-orders also started on Wednesday last week with general availability on the 1st of September. So if you want that particular device, you can go to the Samsung website and pre-order. And then, as I mentioned, Samsung also launched not one, but two new wearables that will be available also in South Africa, the Galaxy Watch 5 and also the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. Not going to go to too much detail into it. You can read it on the Citizens website. Pre-orders for the Galaxy Watch 5 and Watch 5 Pro opened in select markets on 10th August. Excuse me. And starting from 26 August, then it will be available. It is available in gray titanium and black titanium. South African pricing for the Galaxy Watch 5 lineup starts at 5,999, and there is no indication of any availability in South Africa, so you can check that out. And then just coming on to the Buds Pro. If you use buds and you use wireless, well, they'll be also available in South Africa in three wonderful colors. Looks like violet, black, and sort of a lime or gray or green. And then the Buds Pro features auto switch to 30 to provide transition for you to take a call. That means if you're watching TV, automatically it sort of silences the TV and it takes a call. Pricing and availability for the Buds 2 are available in four colors, as I mentioned, actually four colors, not three, as I mentioned earlier: graphite, white, olive, and lavender, and come with a price tag of 2,499. And then pre-orders for the Buds 2 open on the 1st of September, while they will be generally available in stores from 17th of September. So very, very exciting. And then obviously there's some special offers. If you do have an old Samsung, you can trade this in on any of the new devices. Samsung is giving up to 10,000 Rand trade-in for your old device. And for the new devices, you can actually check it out on their website. And if you want more details, you can read the story on the Citizens website. Now, as I mentioned, I was at that particular launch, and I spoke to a person by the name of Zahir Kaji. And my engineer for this evening, Brother Sadiq, is going to be playing that interview for you and be playing some of the photos of the products that I just spoke about in the background. Let's take a listen to that interview. I'm here with Zahir Kaji from Samsung. We had an awesome launch again. New two foldable devices by Samsung, mesmerizing the crowd and obviously the world, a global launch. This particular launch with the foldables, how is it different? How are the devices different from the previous foldables?
So just to touch on a couple of the products, we've launched the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Z Flip 4. A notable difference, just to call out a couple on the Z Fold 4, we've got the upgraded camera now, 50 megapixel, and importantly, supporting nightography, supporting the true flagship camera experience that you'd expect from our premium devices. And then from a software perspective as well, we've included now what's a taskbar, which means you're able to switch between apps much more intuitively and have a true desktop PC-like experience while using a phone. On the Flip 4, we've got some hardware upgrades. We've got the battery enhancement.
I'm here with Zahir Kaji from Samsung. We had an awesome launch again. New two foldable devices by Samsung. I'm here with Zahir Kaji from obviously the world, a global launch. This particular launch with the foldables, how is it different? How are the devices different from the previous foldables?
So just to touch on a couple of the products, we've launched the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Z Flip 4. A notable difference, just to call out a couple on the Z Fold 4, we've got the upgraded camera now, 50 megapixel, and importantly, supporting nightography, supporting the true flagship camera experience that you'd expect from our premium devices. And then from a software perspective as well, we've included now what's a taskbar, which means you're able to switch between apps much more intuitively and have a true desktop PC-like experience while using a phone. On the Flip 4, we've got some hardware upgrades. We've got the battery enhancement, which is now supported at 3,700 milliamps. The camera has been upgraded as well, so nightography supported. Both phones have the new processor, the 4-nanometer chipset, so making these phones a lot more efficient and a lot faster, whether it's gaming, whether it's using the camera, whether it's just general day-to-day use. And then, of course, hardware-wise as well, the hinges have been made slimmer, which gives the phone a much nicer feel in your hand and makes it easier to work with.
Let's come on to pricing. Obviously, this is a new niche market. We've seen other brands also launch the foldable devices, the likes of Huawei and also Oppo and many others as well. The foldable phones are relatively still quite pricey in a region of around 28,000 Rand as well. Do you see prices coming down of these devices in the near future?
So I can't say I can see prices coming down, but I think what we've tried to do well is to make the devices more accessible and affordable to a wider audience. And having said that, we've got an amazing trade-in offer, which talks to a guaranteed 10,000 Rands worth of value for the customers purchasing or trading in against either the Z Flip 4 or the Z Fold 4. And all it means, you bring in a qualifying device, irrespective of its condition, provided that it powers on, we guarantee the value of 10,000 Rand. And using these kind of platforms that we continuously innovate with, we do believe that we can remove any barriers of access of affordability.
With regards to the device itself, I mean, I've been doing the comparisons with my Galaxy Fold 3 and the Galaxy Fold 4 that you launched today. Obviously, a little, thinner, a little shorter as well, bigger camera, better camera. I understand it's got an S22 camera. The particular fold, let's say the Z Fold 4, who's it aimed at? Which market are you targeting?
So the type of user for this phone is really one of productivity, one that enjoys the larger screen, the larger performance that you get out of the phone, and you get that real immersive experience, being able to do a lot more and do a lot more faster as well. This is the type of user that's going to be using the Z Fold 4. If I can just touch on the Z Flip 4, I'm assuming we're going to get there, but the type of user for Z Flip 4 is a younger generation user. It's more a cooler aspect. In terms of form factor, flex cam, as we're calling it, is one of the big features that we're calling out, simply because you're able to create more content, you're able to take more pictures, selfies, groups, whatever it is, at much different angles, and and it really enriches the creativity of the phone. It's also available in different colors. We're supporting the Z Flip 4 with a wide range of accessories, simply because ultimately your phone needs to be as cool as you are. So for the younger audience, we've got the Z Flip 4, and also for mobility. I mean, it's a pretty compact phone that fits so well into your pocket, into a purse, into a handbag. Those are probably the two distinct characteristics of our two phones.
And then just finally on the wearables, obviously you've launched the Watch 5 as well. There's a lot of features that we see in other devices, whether it's the ECG or the SpO2 or whatever it is. That watch will also be available in South Africa. Well, they come with all the features as shown in this evening's launch.
So specifically on the Watch 5, your BMI, body composition, ECG, blood pressure monitoring, sleep tracking, all of those features are available on the Galaxy Watch 5. From an SpO2 oxygen monitoring, that will be available from October in South Africa.
Your last thoughts and comments?
Last thoughts and comments, I'd just like to tell you about our launch offer that we've got. Obviously, Galaxy Watch 5 is an integral part of the ecosystem, and also dealing with the trends of health and wellness and so forth. So in our launch offer, the Galaxy Watch 5 will be available at just 29 rands per month. If you purchase the Galaxy Z Flip 4 or Z Fold 4, and even if you're purchasing it cash, you'll be able to get the value offer of 1499 purchasing the Galaxy Watch 5. Truly amazing offer. Over and above that, we've got Samsung Care Plus, which is valued at 1999. That comes at no cost when purchasing the Z Flip 4 or Z Fold 4.
Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Okay, so that was Zahir Kaji from Samsung. I had a pleasure of actually speaking to him and giving us some detail about the devices they launched on that particular day. If you missed any of the details about the pricing and the features and that kind of stuff, you can also just go to the Citizens website, and there is an article on there, and all the pricing and details are on there as well. And remember, there are Samsung fans out there. If you do want to trade in your device, they're giving up to 10,000 Rand trade-in on your old Samsung device, provided that it switches on. So they basically saying as long as it switches on, then we can give you up to that amount of price on a trade-in on any of these two devices. But like I mentioned, they are quite pricey. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 selling for around 38,000 Rand, and the other one, obviously the Z Flip 4, selling for around 22,000 Rand. But obviously these are available on the contracts. The contracts will probably be, and my guess is over 36 months, and you won't get much data or much minutes because the phone is heavily subsidized. But if you really love these phones, especially the Z Flip 4, which is aimed at the young niche market, I think it's a wonderful device. And like I said, it also is an upgrade from last year's models, albeit just a small little upgrade. I must add that I do use the Z Fold 4. I actually have it with me here. As you can see, this is last year's model, and I use this phone all the time. You can see it folds into a tablet, and it really, really helps my work as a journalist. And you even get little covers for it now, and I've got a little one. And if you're really a businessman or you use tablets all the time, it's a wonderful device. And also, I can do a lot of productivity and can really help you in your work. Now, let's conclude on this particular story. One of the things that is very frustrating for a lot of South Africans, especially motorists in South Africa, is potholes. And I know because you're driving on the road at night and you can't see the damn things, and your car hits the pothole and the tire gets damaged. And if you've got one of these expensive cars, a tire can cost you anywhere between 1,000, 2,000, and even more. Now, if we drive those little cars, those tires are expensive as well. Well, in an attempt to sort out the pothole problem, basically what happened is the transport department has launched a pothole plan to save your tires. Now, that's the headline that I actually went with. So You can read a story on the Citizen's website. Transport Minister Fikri Ambulance, also known as Mr. Fix, yes, that's what I call him, I know him quite well, has officially rolled out what the Department of Transport calls a 16-month labor-intensive program, spearheaded by the South African National Roads Agency, or SANRAL, to address the potholes in the country. So if you've got a pothole in your neighborhood, in your community, you better take a listen to this. It can save you some tires and some money as well. The campaign will also allow motorists through a new mobile app to report craters on the road nationwide. I call them craters because they're like real holes in the ground that was struck by meteorites or whatever it was. Bulula announced the campaign during Operation Vala Zonke in Vanderbilt Park last week. And basically, he says the Vala Zonke program is targeting the potholes in the main roads, in the regional roads in the province. The president has directed me that I must launch this project nationally, and I must go work with the private sector and anyone else, and then also bring the necessary skills in terms of closing these potholes. Now, a lot of you in your communities are actually closing the potholes themselves. Well, you should actually let the city do their work. Don't do the work for them, because you're actually paying taxes on that. So basically, Bulula also encouraged the public to report craters. So if you're living in Lens or Lenasia or Mondi or wherever it is, report these potholes, report them on municipal and provincial roads on a newly launched app in order to enable the government to repair them speedily. Bulula says the app will work in conjunction with Sanrel pothole management app and will allow the public to raise any issues, upload pictures. Yes, you can even take pictures of the craters and provide real-time location of the road on an interactive map that will show the owners of different roads. Now, my suggestion to you is, obviously these things are frustrating, that is the potholes. Spam them if you have to on this app. Put as much pictures as you want so they can get rid of the potholes once and for all, right? Now, the information, according to Mbulula, gets assigned to the relevant authority depending on where the road is, and the maintenance depot responsible for that road attends to fixing the pothole. Now, smartphone users can download the newly launched Sanrel pothole app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. So search for the Sanrel pothole app on those particular platforms and get tweeting or get posting of all those pictures. Let's fix those roads up, but not physically. Let them fix it up. We just send them all the messages, spam them if you have to. Now, Bulula said the app will also provide status updates on issues raised during using a ticketing system. So the earlier you log on, the better for you, and at least you can get those potholes fixed. I know I've had some incidents with regards to the potholes that affected my car. There's one here on the Lolly Road in Lens, and at night if you're driving, you really can't see it. And what makes it worse is if it's raining, these potholes then fill up with water. And when you fill up with water, you just think it's another puddle on the road. If it's another puddle on the road, you're driving slow. Sometimes you drive a little bit faster, you go over it quickly, but if you're driving slow, you can hit the pothole very hard. It can affect your rim. You'll have to buy a new rim, you'll have to buy new tires. And like I mentioned, if you drive a more expensive vehicle, those tires are more expensive and more pricey as well. So download that app and get downloading these pictures and send it to them and let them fix up the roads in the country. Now, before we conclude, we were speaking about foldable devices, and I was telling you about the Huawei P50 Pocket Premium. For those that are not aware, I've recently returned from Hajj, from the blessed lands of Makkatul Mukarramah. It's about a month now. I got back to South Africa on the 18th of July. So yes, it's just about a month, almost a month that I've returned from Mecca. And you can go onto my Twitter handle and you can see some of the pictures that I've downloaded from the Holy Lands, making tawaf around the Kaaba, Masjid al-Nabawi, the clock tower, the Holy Kaaba, and many, many other areas, Arafah, Muzdalifah. I've taken pictures. Now, one of the things that I took the pictures with, or the device that I took the pictures with, was the Huawei Galaxy P50 Pocket Premium. Now, the reason I like this phone so much, it's a foldable device. The reason I like it so much because it's compact. It's the size of a makeup compact or little mirror that women keep in their bags, and it could easily slip into the pocket of my kurta. I mean, you're looking at like a little square block like this. right? And easy, quickly, it fit into the kurta pocket. While I was making tawaf, I managed to do some videos. Now, I don't normally do that. I was actually reporting on Hajj, but I wanted to give the listeners and the viewers an idea of how the haram was, how full it was, that kind of stuff. And I used the P50 Pocket Premium. And after I videoed, took it and put it back in my pocket. Wasn't heavy, it was quite compact, and it really takes wonderful, wonderful photos. So that video of the review of the P50 Pocket Premium is up on my YouTube channel. It's called Huawei P50 Pocket Premium Review, and I did take it on Hajj with me. Huawei was kind enough to allow me to take it on Hajj with me, and I took a few photos with it. You can check out the photos and the review on my YouTube channel at Faizel Patel. And please like the video and also subscribe to the channel as well. It's only with your support, inshallah, that I can grow this channel and take it to new heights. So let me know what your thoughts and comments are on the Huawei 50P Pocket Premium. A wonderful, wonderful device. Again, very pricey, and then you're going to have to do without Google. Now, let me stress on that, right? I took this phone with me. I didn't have Google, but I managed to do anything and everything that an ordinary or another phone could do without Google. So there was no real issue with it anyway. So that video, just to mention again, on my YouTube channel, it's called Huawei P50 Pocket Premium Review, and you can check out the video there. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Anyway, that concludes the tech show for this week. Jazakallah so much for tuning in. We will be back with another installment of the Tech Show, TechByte, next week, inshallah. Probably another interview as well. Very, very interesting topics. Jazakallah to my engineer for this evening, Brother Sadiq, and also my producer, Brother Muhammad Khan. Inshallah, they've been doing wonderful jobs in arranging these interviews and making this show more vibey and more interactive as well. If there's any thoughts and ideas that you got, please do share it with us on the various social media platforms, and we will, inshallah, try to accommodate you and anything that you want to discuss. So it's going to be a very cold evening in Joburg, according to a story that I've just written, and according to the Gauteng Weather Service, temperatures are likely to drop to -1 in Joburg. I think it's 1 in Joburg, 0 in Vereeniging, and 3 in Pretoria. Please do keep warm. Please keep your children warm as well. Tomorrow is another Monday. Remember the Ummah in your du'as, inshallah. Please do take care of yourself and each other. Fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.